You know, there's something that I wish Genshin Impact could learn from Tower of Fantasy that will make our life a lot easier, and that is the gadget system. Honestly, after playing Tower of Fantasy for a week, the movement system in Tower of Fantasy just kind of broke me for Genshin Impact. I mean, in Tower of Fantasy, you can double jump for free, and you can even dash in mid-air. And the most important part is of course the gadget, which lets you travel around very easily. And to be honest, while you can't really do that in Genshin Impact, like you can't jump dash or you can't double jump, and to be honest, the jump height is like very low anyway, I don't actually think it's a problem. In Genshin Impact, fundamentally speaking, it is built very differently. The environment are built to tailor the system in Genshin Impact. The combat system is built to tailor the system in Genshin Impact. So even though it sucks that I can't double jump or jump dash like the way I tend to in Tower Fantasy, within the context of Genshin Impact and within my experience of Genshin Impact, I don't think it hinders my experience at all. It's nice to have maybe, but I don't think it's a problem. What I really want to talk about is who out there actually enjoy the concept of running out of stamina. I just don't really like stamina when it comes down to sprinting because it just feels bad when you run out of stamina. And especially when you're climbing. When you're climbing and it costs stamina, it's either just feel really slow. And you know what? I really don't enjoy spending 10 years climbing a simple wall and then running out of stamina to just fall back down. And I just can't see who actually enjoy the stamina system. Of course, unless you're climbing with Lisa. There is actually a trick in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild called whistle sprinting, which is a technique that allows you to sprint really fast without consuming stamina by doing the whistle and sprint at the same time. And of course, people like this technique a lot because guess what? Nobody actually likes running slow and running out of stamina. For those of you who are coming in Genshin Impact, in Tower of Fantasy there are a couple of stuff that assist you when it comes to combat or exploration. And of course, starting off we have just a vehicle that allows you to transfer really fast. But the most important thing that I want to talk about are these relics or gadget. These relic or gadget are items that can assist you in battles, such as doing bunch of damage with the missiles or just in overall transversal using something like a jetpack, a jetboard, or even the grapple hook. If I want to climb from this point up to that mountain, I can probably do it very easily in second by using a combination of the jetpack and the grapple hook. I'll just start by propelling myself up with the jetpack, switching into the grapple hook, grab up, and I can get to here. And of course, the biggest, most important part is that climbing in Tower of Fantasy actually doesn't really cost stamina. Yeah, it costs the same stamina as Genshin does, but there's a cool trick you can do, which is you can get off, double jump, grab, get off, double jump, grab. And by doing this, you can actually climb without stamina very quickly. Grapple hook it. I saw grapple hook is meta. Pew! Wow, look, wouldn't that be nice if Genshin had that? Wouldn't that be nice? What is that? Characters like Yelan or Sayu are extremely popular in the overworld aspect of Genshin Impact because they exactly do that. They help you run fast and they help you get around, which people really enjoy. Because once again, who out there actually like running slow or running out of stamina? At least, I don't. To be fair though, to give Genshin Impact credit, they did try to implement gadget, it just not implemented very well. For example, within the game there are a couple gadgets that can help you transverse, like the red feather leaf that will boost your gliding speed by 30%, and you can activate them by using the Z button. But guess what? You actually can't use the gadget while you're gliding, so the gadget that increases your gliding speed doesn't even work when you're gliding. You actually have to use them beforehand before you glide, and I just feel like that's kind of awkward. Wouldn't it really make more sense to use the gliding gadget while you're gliding? To give Genshin Impact more credit though, I think they might have also designed the game or character around these factors so that the characters themselves feel more unique. Like Kazu is the only character who can jump in mid-air, Xiao is a character that can transverse air really quickly, Fenty is a character that can create a updraft wind current, and then of course you have Keqing, who is a character that can teleport. To some extent, a lot of players definitely use these when it comes to helping them explore the overworld of Genshin Impact. They just don't actually use the gadget itself. At least for me personally, I don't remember the last time that I actually find the gadget being helpful when it comes to my overall exploration compared to say a character kit. You know, maybe that's Genshin Impact method of saying, hey, you know, these characters go more than just their combat capability. They can help you transfer the overworld or interact with the overworld in very unique way as well, such as GeoMC creating a boulder to solve puzzle and stuff. But yeah, I think overall when it comes to climbing, Genshin Impact could definitely appreciate some climbing gadget, and I think it could really help the overall player base just getting around and stuff. Trying to climb this boulder is so difficult. Furthermore is that the Tower Fantasy gadget are actually upgradable as well. Taking a look at the jetpack for example, you can actually upgrade these things to 5-star advancement and they will get more interesting effects such as faster recharge time and your gliding no longer costs any endurance, or just the fact that you can have up to 3 charges on your jetpack at once. And the same go with the hookshot where you have 3 charges at once when you do activate 3-star and stuff. The way you upgrade these gadgets are actually very simple. You just collect amount of shard. For example, this one I have 11 out of 20 shard, and when I do hit 20 shard, it'll get 1-star advancement and I can repeat to upgrade it fully, even free to play. After all, the way you can acquire shard is through various in-game activity like event or random event, but you can even farm them from world bosses such as this one. The Soulback one will actually drop the grappling hook shard, which allow you to then upgrade the grappling hook. And the same go with vehicle in Tower of Fantasy as well. There are various vehicles in the game that you can try to obtain or acquire by collecting the relevant component. For example, this one I have 1 out of 2 component, and once I have been able to find this component, I can unlock the vehicle for free. But the most important thing that I want to point you to is that these vehicles can be upgraded or even changing colors. By clicking on the maintenance button and feeding it some gear, I can upgrade this vehicle and therefore potentially make it go faster. And then of course I can also change the color on it as well. And I think overall this just gives another goal for a player to work toward to. It ultimately gives player another progression goal that they can work toward to than just their character level and artifact. Because some player might say they don't really care about their artifact anymore and just want to work towards something else. And it's just really another resonance activity. Maybe they will make the upgrade cost resin, but I really hope that it will be a resonance activity that player can do as like an extracurricular whenever they're out of resin. You know, they can go farm more fish to upgrade their fishing rod, which they kind of try to do. You can buy upgraded fishing rod compared to the original one, and so you can make it so that people can upgrade their gadget, make them go a little faster, recharge a little faster, and just another things to progress toward even when you're resinless. I want to make it very clear that I'm not trying to compare the 2 games and say which one is better. I'm not trying to say Tower of Fantasy is better than Genshin or the other way around. I think they're both great games that are worth checking out, but I just want to make this video to illustrate how there are aspects that Genshin Impact can learn from Tower of Fantasy, and vice versa, Tower of Fantasy could potentially learn other aspects from Genshin Impact. At the end of the day, the best game out there probably learn from every single game out there in the market. They learn what other game done well and copy or improve upon it, and they learn what mistake other games have made to try to avoid those mistakes as well. And that's what truly make a great game. Or you can even say that's what truly make a great person is a person who is willing to learn and improve by looking at or observing what others have done. But yeah, overall I ended up making this video because I observed that a lot of people felt the same way when they switched back from Tower of Fantasy to Genshin Impact, and that is not being able to double jump while having these gadgets kind of sucks, you know? And yeah, that's pretty much it. But with that being said, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Even though if you're not interested in Tower of Fantasy, that's okay. As long as you're here, that's fine with me. With that being said, as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.